right. Yeah, we had to go and break this up into a second part and everything. But only thing I was just saying, I just do it. Don't let anybody tell you, what you
Yes.
can do, anything like that. Just simply just go for it.
Yep, I agree. That's the
Yeah,
best way to live. You
yeah.
did have dreads. Now I just now remembered that.
You remember that?
You
You
sure
remember that?
did at
Uh-huh.
Bama. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was up there all the time, but I went down by mistake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
a lot of my friends went there. You probably know one of my boys. One of my boys, Jared Twitty. Remember him?
Ambry Twitty's brother?
They not brothers though, but
No.
they do have the same last name.
Mm. I don't remember much. I don't remember, but
Yeah,
okay. That name sounds familiar. But
matter of fact, he worked there now. He worked there now, and
in Atlanta.
no, at
At,
Bama, at Bama.
oh, okay.
Yeah, he worked there
Okay.
now. Yep, sure does.
That's what's
Yeah,
up.
those are
Yeah,
good old
I
days.
don't exactly like that's literally it's a
Yeah,
blur. Like I roll tide, that's about it, I guess.
trying to
I,
tell
I
you,
haven't really kept up with the a lot like I ain't gonna lie, once I finish something, I'm over it.
man,
This
you
sounds
ought to go
crazy.
back. Hey, let me ask you though, when last time you been to Tuscaloosa? When last time you been there?
Mm.
You probably don't remember, huh? Huh?
I think it was like 2013, 2012,
Yeah,
something
man. You
like
need you,
that.
you need to go back now because T-Town came a long way. Look, man, downtown
Mm.
Tuscaloosa, they got some new restaurants, some new spots up there. You'll like it.
Okay. Yeah, I
And
have.
and
I I I say when I left Bama, I was gone. I was like, yeah.
man, look,
But
wow.
I really loved my,
Hmm.
college days. So my thoughts is like once once I left, I was gone. I
Hmm.
think that what if you aren't careful, you will stay in that consciousness for the rest of your life.
You can,
This is my personal opinion.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you can, and it's a consciousness, and if you don't wake up out of that consciousness, you can't really see yourself outside of that lens.
yeah.
So I have evolved so much, especially being here in Atlanta. Even though it's 2 minutes away, I've just been able to really find my own voice and be
Yep.
heard, which is another
Mhm.
reason why I started Giselle Avenue. Because my experience at Bama, I loved the education and the party life and really just the connections I made. But at the core, it taught me a lot about how the real world is, which
Mhm.
is why I went there. But
Exactly.
it's cutthroat. It's a cutthroat reality that we live in, and if you don't make a name for yourself, you will go unnoticed.
Yeah.
You will be forgotten. So you have to like put your name out there with your arts and with your creations, and
Right.
just know that you are somebody. And I think that's my Michael Jackson was making that kind of catalog.
Yeah.
Um, Artists, we need to. We're the voice of the unheard and unseen.
Hmm.
But I've made a lot of I met a lot of ladies. They would come to Atlanta looking for me, not me knowing. They're like, I heard about you and da da da, which I don't know nothing about that, but okay. And I received them with
That's
love
good.
because
That's
it
good.
is good. It's
You
beautiful.
know,
But I'm just
that
saying I wasn't
that means you may making an impact.
making an impact. Yep,
Mhm.
that's true. And so I'm always welcome them with warm arms. And nowadays that's different because like I've been gone. So like those students don't, it's a disconnect there. But
Yeah.
I found my lane here in Atlanta. I did a lot of work at Spelman and really just pouring back into the youth. Like that's what we should be doing, or I think is important too.
Yeah. And I'm really big on trying to pour into the youth too. Not just
Mhm.
exposing them to the opportunities in tech, but helping them find what it is that they want to do. Exposing many opportunities, no matter if it's in tech, it's in welding, HVAC,
Mhm.
even I say, you don't have to go the traditional university route. Everybody's not made for
Mhm.
that, but you had to start something. So, shout out to
Mhm.
Michael Jackson. You had to start something.
Mhm.
You get a
Yep.
trade, you go into the workforce early. And see now, guess what?
True.
High schools have the dual enroll program. They can enroll. as a college student, still continue the high school diploma, receive college credits, and possibly finish that degree along with their diploma. Either way, it's a win. You coming out here workforce ready at the age of 16, 17. Well, it took us back in the
Yeah,
day 4 or 5 years of college to get those skills.
true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Yeah. So, like they have so many advantages because like when I was teaching them too, I had several high school students to get their Cisco certifications done. They went on and got jobs in the IT
Mm,
field. Yeah. That's my day high school students. Some had just graduated, already working in tech and certified,
yep.
making money. It's
Real money.
just how that's how they got on out. Now, my first job
Yep,
was at
that's why.
McDonald's. I worked at McDonald's when I was 17. I made $5.50 an hour, and that's $5.50
Oh
an hour,
wow.
people. And I worked every day,
See,
worked hard on that grill flipping them burgers. But they don't have to flip no
wow.
burgers. They don't have to flip no burgers. They go right in
Mm-mm.
tech. See what I mean?
Yep. And that's why that's why we have to evolve with the times, like with AI and all this different tech that's coming out, because it ain't gonna do nothing but get easier and easier for entry, you
Yeah.
know. So
It's one thing that really stood out on your publishing page, right? So I see you wrote a poem. It says when a black woman is properly loved. How do we know when a black woman is properly loved anyway? I'm just
that's a
curious.
good question.
Now I have an idea how to do that, but I just wonder from a woman's perspective, how do we know?
Um,
How can men tell that when she's loved properly?
well, that's a good question. And I would say at the core, it's gonna be how she loves herself and how
Mm-hmm.
she values herself.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll have a glow about herself,
Yeah, I noticed
and she'll
that.
be confident in herself as she is. So
Yeah.
she won't feel the need to be validated externally with
Mm-hmm.
her physical appearance, like whether or not her nails done, her,
Yeah.
hair done, lashes, whatever. She'll be able to be confident in her own skin. But the main thing is how she treats herself. So she speaks life over herself, and she speaks highly of herself,
Yep.
and she loves herself through with respect, honor, and dignity. So it's just certain things she's just not gonna do. And it's because she loves herself. And it goes
Yeah.
beyond being high maintenance. It's really just about her.
What's that one thing that she's not gonna do when she's loved properly? Like, is she not gonna be, I guess, as dramatic, maybe? What do you think?
Well, I think everybody has a little trauma.
Yeah.
But in my opinion,
Yeah.
one thing she won't do, she will not tear other people down or tear herself down.
Mm,
So she will not say things that are negative towards herself.
right.
And I wouldn't even give you an example because that's how highly I think of myself. But you know how, like, let's say how Martin and Pam on Martin,
Yeah.
and all the jokes Martin would say about Pam. Imagine Pam saying that about herself.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
You
Like,
know
I
what?
got this in my, and I da da da. That
Yeah.
would be the
But you know what
opposite of
though?
loving herself. Mm-hmm.
Speaking of that though,
Mm-hmm.
I always thought Martin kind of liked Pam because of that. I thought he
He
kind of liked
did.
I thought he liked
I
her.
think so too. He
Yeah.
did like her. That's facts. I agree. Like,
I
that's
mean,
literally the
hey,
whole
you
irony
gotta
of it
think,
all.
man. Like the way he talked about her, man. Like she wasn't no bad looking woman at all. Like
So, and
I mean,
so that's what I think.
I kind of prefer her
Her
over
over.
Gina, over Gina
A lot of
anyway.
people, I hear a lot of men saying that.
I really did. I like, look, man,
So that's
Pam.
the number one thing. She'll
Yeah,
never talk down to herself or
yeah,
talk down to other people to try to make herself feel good. So she's the opposite of toxic. She's actually healing. She has a healing energy, and
yeah,
when you get around her, it feels good and not bad. Well, there ain't
yeah.
really no such thing as good or bad. I just say it's a healing energy as opposed to feeling like you're not enough. So
Mm,
one thing, when a black woman is properly loved, one thing she will never do is talk bad about herself. She would never tear herself down because no.
that's
So
real. That's real. That is very, very strong to know. I'm glad to hear
yeah.
that. Yeah. So
So if you
like,
on a date with a girl and she started talking about how horrible she is and all the
Yeah.
negative parts of herself. She don't
Yeah.
love herself, and she needs to love herself more so that she can attract what she wants.
Unfortunately, I had that experience recently too. I was like, wow, wow, man,
Yep.
that's deep. That's deep, man.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing too. I think people in general take time to heal before they actually try to date. Because you don't need to
Mm-hmm.
pour that type of trauma on anybody else. I mean, like
Mm-mm.
it's not the new person's fault. It's just not.
Nope.
It's not the new
It take
person's
and it
fault.
takes a lot of courage to heal
Yeah,
because
I mean, I'm sorry for
it's
those.
hard.
I'm sorry for those experiences you might have had in the past. Somebody probably abused your trust, abused your love. But listen, you can't just treat everybody like that's gonna happen again because it
Mm-hmm.
probably won't. You know, me
Yep.
personally, I don't expect to do that. I don't even intend to. But you can't approach it that way.
True.
Yeah,
You're right. You
yeah,
are absolutely right. I agree.
yeah,
Same with
man.
the brother too. It go both ways, you
Yeah,
know.
it's a
Um,
two-way street.
yep.
It's a two-way
But
street.
yep, the healing and the earth itself is healing itself ever since 2020.
Hmm.
The planet shut it down. She
Yeah,
said, I'm tired of y'all being on my planet, treating me like I ain't nothing. Y'all all in y'all cars, putting out all these emissions. Y'all don't love each other. Y'all tearing each other down. You're burning up my forests. You're polluting my water. You're killing off my animals. So the planet said, you know what? I'm finna shut it down. Everybody go home. Stop driving all this traffic every day. You're messing up the roads. You're putting up all these buildings. You got people hungry. Then you got people who eating up everything. Then you got people who ain't got nothing to eat. Y'all wrong. Y'all treat my planet wrong. So I'm finna get rid of everybody and everything that is not loving to nature, to
and
the planet.
that's why we had to stay home for as long as we did, huh?
Oh, it ain't gonna stop. Most people are not. I mean, in my opinion,
Mm,
this is the new normal. That's why
it
they're
is.
pushing tech and
It
AI.
is.
That's why
It
all
is.
this everything is going to be tech based because the planet cannot sustain the life that we were conditioned to live in. It's
No,
just not fair. So this is
no.
like
So
cosmic, it's
now,
poetic justice, if you will.
so I mean, now when you think about it, everybody, including me, are try to consider more of a plant-based diet. Uh,
Yep.
now, now I done more research about that, and I tried for like the past month. I gave myself a little 30-day challenge, right? I can say I feel 10
Mm-hmm.
times better than what I did before.
Yes. That's
Energy,
great.
got my energy is higher, skin is clearer,
Yep.
like I done got fitter, more in shape.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, man, you know
Yep.
what? I think I'm gonna stick with this right here. Cause I think
Yep.
some of that processed meat was just fattening along. It's like some weight that just went never leave. And now it did all of a sudden. You know what? I
Mm-hmm.
might have found my answer.
Yep.
I might
I
have found my
agree.
answer.
Definitely I have a wellness column on the blog where I talk about all kind of stuff like that, but mainly healing
Mm-hmm.
stuff. And yep, I agree. I went vegan, my husband and I
Mm-hmm.
in 2020. We went vegan, and then we was like, okay. So we did that for about a year. And then we got back, we went plant-based. So that means, you're still eating some meat, some fish, but you really most of your diet is plants, right? Or of the planet, plants rather. So that's what we've been doing lately. That's kind of our norm is
Mm-hmm.
plant-based.
Mm-hmm.
But we did go vegan for some time. And then I know last year we went again for about 3 or 4 months. And I ain't gonna lie, one day I looked at him, I said, I want some pizza.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's gonna hit you.
I was like, I
It's gonna,
want some pizza with
I
some
mean,
cheese
it's
on
just
it.
gonna hit you. I mean, you're human, man.
I didn't
It-
know that but we were detoxing and it was very it was
yeah. It,
powerful, but I didn't
it's
realize that
gonna
I
hit you.
wanted some pizza. Shoot.
Yeah. I
So we
mean,
went and got some pizza that day.
you've been eating pizza your whole life too. You're gonna all of a sudden just cut that
So
out.
yeah. I
I mean,
did. It was hard. It was hard. It
yeah.
was hard.
I mean,
And they have like plant-based pizza, but it ain't the same, child.
it's
It ain't the
not.
same.
It's really not. But
No.
the good thing about plant-based vegan food, it's not all veggie like people think, right? Not, 'cause, like that's what I thought. I had these garden burgers from Publix last week. Those things jumping.
Good.
I'm gonna tell
The
you that.
Impossible Burger is
Yeah,
the Impossible Burger is good too.
yeah. I'm gonna
It's
tell you what to
good.
do with that garden burger, man. You know what? Get you some vegan cream cheese and put it on a wheat bun. And let me tell you,
Mm,
and it's
that
jumping,
sound
man.
good.
Yeah, cream
I'm gonna
cheese,
try
man.
that.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah, but
move
they
out
have
here.
if you do the Impossible Burger tastes great on the grill, and then Beyond has a sausage link, also tastes great on the grill. So you'd be surprised. And then like one time I made a meal. I had made some collard greens. I don't put nothing in my collard greens that don't come from me. I put vegetables in it. I don't put no whatever turkey and
No,
pork
hold on.
or whatever.
Who does that?
The grandmas be doing it and mamas. The
Uh,
mamas and grandmas, they be putting like the pork and
Oh yeah.
yeah. If
Well, I
I
take
had
it
a
back.
if there
Nah,
was a
they put ham in it now. On my family,
yep,
they put ham
ham.
in it. Yeah, they put ham in it.
I don't put nothing in them. I just put I use peppers, onions. It's
Yeah,
vegan, you know what I'm saying? But it still
that
tastes
I
delicious.
about to say, hold on now.
And
That is sound like no collard green from the south. That might be collard green from out there in Utah somewhere. I was like,
hey,
I
it's
don't
they
know.
collard greens in the city. That's what I
Yeah,
call them
I gotta say,
in the
nah,
city because
they may come from the south.
yeah, they come from the city. And that's another reason why I like just the culture of where I am, because you ain't got, when I ain't gonna lie, like where my husband's family, they from like the South Side, and there's obviously Atlanta is very Southern, right? So it's a lot
Yeah,
of
it is.
pockets. But
Mm-hmm.
the closer you are into the city or in certain,
Mm-hmm.
there's communities where you can actually be vegan and be
Yeah,
plant-based. And there's like a whole community of people who eat
yeah,
just like you.
yeah.
So
They
I
do.
like that about
I, you
the
know what?
culture.
I've grown to realize that, and people understand too.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia is a huge state, more than just Atlanta. They gotta understand that now.
Sure is.
They
You
think
go
Atlanta.
past Atlanta, you meeting it's the country.
Yeah, yeah.
My grandfather is from Georgia. So
Yeah.
I got my roots are in Georgia and like my North Carolina, and my father is
Oh yeah.
Nigerian. So I'm Nigerian. But my family, it's really only us in Alabama. My granddaddy was in the
Mm,
military. And so we got stationed there. But all my
mm,
folks is in Georgia, North
mm.
Carolina, but the South, still the
Yeah,
South.
yeah.
But yeah,
I'm
Georgia
gonna tell
country,
you.
we all it's the
Yeah,
South, child,
yeah.
it's the
Trust
South.
me.
Atlanta is its own little place.
I'm telling you now. South Georgia, like that down about like Georgia Southern, Macon, Georgia. Man,
Mm-hmm.
that's country. It sticks down there.
Yep, it
Even
is.
like even Savannah. I mean, I like
It
Savannah by the
is.
way. Yeah, I like Savannah. It's cool. It's cool down there. But yeah,
It is.
yeah.
It's everything. I actually, now that I open my mind a little bit, I think everywhere in America outside of the cities is country.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere in America outside of the metropolitan cities
Yeah.
is
And
country.
I
Every
realized that
single place.
like on my last job, by the way, when I was upstate New York, right? I was up in Watertown, New York. That's where Fort Drum Army Base is. And
Mm-hmm.
let me tell you, that reminds me of something like off a Lifetime movie. Like it's that kind of movie where it's like uh the girl can reconnect with her high school sweetheart, and like she done moved to the big city and got a job, but like he trying to get her back. He get her to leave the big city
Mm-hmm.
to come home with him. That was out there for real. But like it made me
Wow.
realize like so upstate New York where I was is nothing like New York City. I tell you, those are two different worlds. Two different
Yep,
worlds.
yep.
It's about an hour away from Syracuse, right? That's what the airport is.
Um, okay.
It's country out in Syracuse too. It's an old kind of like 1930s type of vibe out there. It's an old city.
Mm,
Yeah, it's an old city, right?
yeah.
It's like medieval times out there, like an old black and
Wow.
white movie. Before the
That's
color.
what I think.
Yeah,
I think the whole
that's how it is in
country
Syracuse. That's how it is in
that's
Syracuse.
the whole country, like
Yeah,
what they did, they sold us on the cities so that we wouldn't recognize the countries, right? Just
yeah.
think about Texas. You got Houston, Dallas, Austin, Santa Fe, what is it? San Antonio.
San Antonio.
But
Yeah,
Texas
yeah.
is huge.
It's the
So
second largest
all that
state,
other
right?
area,
Texas second largest
all that
state. It's second
Yes. So all
Alaska.
that other area is just
Alaska number
the
one.
country. Oh,
Alaska,
really?
Alaska is Alaska, Texas, then California.
Mm.
Yeah.
But yep, it makes you realize they just discovered the place a couple minutes ago, and really a lot of what we know is just programming. We've been programmed. And
Yeah.
that's why it's important to
Yeah.
deprogram your mind and
Mm-hmm.
stop and open up your receiver so that you can
Yeah.
experience the true essence of reality, because what we've been taught was just a very small portion. It's kind of like the Truman Show.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's only if they only feeding you certain images or certain parts of the world
Right.
or of the
Right.
reality, then that's all you're gonna think exists.
Yeah.
But like you've
Like,
been traveling a lot, so I bet when
mm-hmm.
you travel, you're like, wait, I didn't even know this was out here. And
I do that on a normal basis, a regular basis.
yep.
When I was up there too, right? We went up to the state line where Albany is. We crossed over to Boston, right? Man,
Mm-hmm.
I realized I said, man, like this side of the map kind of remind me like the Alabama Georgia line almost. You gonna see a lot of
Mm.
similarities in a lot of these states too. You know,
Yep.
like every city is not just big and glamorous, all right? Just not.
Nope. And I saw a
Just
video,
not.
they were talking about how almost every single suburban area in America looks
Yeah,
exactly the same.
it does.
You got a
It does.
Walmart,
Like,
you got a Target, you
yeah,
got a little shopping center, you got all the Burger King, Waffle
yeah.
House, Taco
Oh,
Bell,
and
KFC,
and you gonna have a truck stop. You have a truck stop in there.
truck stop.
You gonna have a truck stop,
It's a similar.
but see, you know what? The truck stops up there, like when I was up in Buffalo, those truck stops up there
Mhm.
got it going on. Like they got a Subway, they got like a little mini, little shopping mart in there. You get your clothes in there.
Oh wow.
Get your sandwiches. They had a little dance floor in there. They were doing a little line dance. I jumped up with them. I jumped in with them, boy. I said,
and
"Ooh,
and
look
you know what, and
at
this
them."
that's what you're seeing is like America. And I just wrote a blog post about this a while ago, well, this week. America was once an industrial
Uh-huh.
industry, like
Right.
warehouses, shipping, trucks. The whole country is that. But
Yeah.
now, think about if there's 18 wheelers on every interstate, at least
Uh-huh.
100 all day, every day,
Yeah.
going every direction. I mean,
You
something gonna
know
have to
what?
give, you
It will.
know.
Mm-hmm. And
So
I'm
that's
taking a
kind of
step
where we
further.
are now. We're in a
I'm taking a
transition.
step
Mm-hmm.
further. About the image they put in our mind. You take Africa, for example. All they shows on TV is the Feed the Children commercial. It shows the worst impoverished places of Africa, right? You take
Mm-hmm.
now. I'm going there actually in October. I'm going to Cape Town, Johannesburg.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about that. Let me tell you though, what I learned about that place. It's one of the most richest and beautiful places in the world.
Yep. And tech, a bustling
Oh
tech
yeah,
community.
yes, it is. I'm
Sure it
like,
is.
but they only show you the worst parts of it. But trust me, they look they living pretty well over there.
Oh yeah. I have
Living,
family. My siblings are there, my cousin's there. She used to live in the
living
States
pretty
and she moved
well.
back home. She got tired of these white folk. Okay. And I don't blame her. And she moved back home and she has a nail salon in
Yeah.
Lagos, which is where our
Uh-huh.
family,
Yeah,
like the
there you
family
go.
base. And
Now
she's an
see,
entrepreneur and she
let me
works
tell
in
you.
tech and
Now,
all of that.
those, you know what, those markets out there. I mean, those festivals
Mm-hmm.
they have, man, look like it's a part out there. Like that's killing the Essence Fest, the
It
Mardi
is.
Gras, anything you think of over here, we like to do. Like that's their homecoming, pretty much. It
True.
be going down. It be going down out there. Trust me. And let me tell you, Ethiopian women, those some gorgeous women. Like that's a whole different kind of chocolate. That's a whole different kind of chocolate right there. I'm trying to tell you now, like they not all just dark, burnt looking. No, those some beautiful women.
Mm-mm. Everybody, it's beautiful across the
Yeah,
diaspora.
like I
All of
told
us are
y'all,
beautiful. They taught us that the
yeah.
melanin was not the
Mm-hmm.
most valuable or most beautiful, but that was a lie.
And then like and I was when I was up in Canada though, like that vibe there, like that French English accent together. Oh my goodness,
Mm-hmm.
it did something to me. It really went through my veins. Like yeah.
Yes. But yeah, this has been a really awesome conversation, and I really appreciate, like I said, having me on here and us just being able to talk about tech and AI and like all the things that's happening. And you know, like I said, my website, I have everything on there. And so if you're interested, you know, just hit me up.
You know, by the way, share your website and your social media with everybody.
Sure. So you can find me. My website is on GiselleAve.com. It's ON Giselle, like my first name right here, GISELLEAVE.com. And if you Google Giselle Ave, I will be the first thing to pop up. And so I always like to share stories. So if you got any amazing projects, or we have a music, tech, lifestyle, and wellness column. So all content welcome. I'd be happy to have you on, you know, share your voice with us. And on the agency side, I offer all kinds of brand and personal brand coaching for business owners and digital marketing for tech. So those are my two niche areas. And I have a master class, which I think everybody should take, because what I'm teaching is how to create your own personal brand. I have my own personal brand. It's taken me very far. And now, like I said, now that we're moving into this tech-based society, you're going to need to have a voice online so that you can get your, so that you can prosper. So I kind of teach people how to create a valuable brand with a lasting impact. So that's me in a nutshell. And on social, I'm at Goddess Giselle, but that's all on my website too.
Hey, do something for me right quick. Do this right quick. Pick your phone up for me.
Okay.
Pick your phone up and look at the time. Tell me what time is it.
Right on time.
And right now.
Oh, right now. I'm gonna get it next time.
Yeah, that's cool. We've been on point tonight. I love it.
All right.
Been on point. I love that. But yeah, man. Hey, you know, thank you for doing this again. And everybody, y'all continue to follow Right Now Radio. We're gonna keep this thing going.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.